nanogram was in my goddamn system is what they're trying to crucify me for. Let's give you a quick little math though. 1 gram, right? Let's say 1 gram. There's 1,000,000 grams in 1 nanogram. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? There is 1,000,000 nanograms in 1 gram. They had 0.3 of a nanogram in my system. Now I'm a 330-pound man. So 0.3 of a nanogram of a gram of a nanogram, which is 1,000,000 nanograms in 1 gram. That's what they found on my system. Now, a lot of my boys are bodybuilders, and a lot of people that are in training, you could ask them. You can research it. 0.3 nanogram wouldn't even make a rat's dick get hard. So that was after my system after 30 to 40 days after I even took the damn thing. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. So when you hear all this stuff about people talking all that junk, and you got Victor Conte, who's the king of the drug kingpin, all this stuff, trying to throw dirt on me, people calling up the commission to throw dirt on me who knew nothing about me. But come on. I got my supplements tested multiple times and nothing came back. So basically I don't know where it's coming from. Not knowing it's a $10 pill from Akim Barak at the corner store that's causing me these negative things. Come on, man. Come on, bro. But like I said before, man, it's our first drug urine test of this whole thing. We gonna pass this thing. I'm still undefeated. You're damn right. None of these suckers can't beat me. And the minute they let me back in this game, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna smash these fools.
Those are the words of Jarrell Big Baby Miller as he explains what his defense was 2-3 months ago now about the amount that was in his system. And as he explained it, basically, he said it wouldn't get a ant's dick on hard. Wow. With that less amount. Now, it was a small amount in, but here's the problem with it. The pure reality of it is, and you know how I feel, guys, about drug use. I don't look at it as it's cheating, but it's not. I don't look at it as something like an Antonio Margarito or a Luis Resto or something to that degree. I think so many people take certain supplements that weren't on the banned substance list versus now they are, and vice versa, the PED list. So a lot of these things, I don't really feel that's a saving grace. However, the problem with Jarrell Miller is he got popped with 3 drugs. Okay, I don't know the percentage of those drugs that he got popped with. All we know is it was in his system. Him and all the other people that got popped are responsible for what's in the system, unfortunately. But it is what it is. I mean, that's the honest, brutal truth about the whole idea. Now, the shitty part is the amount that was in his system. I want to point out it was very, 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 very minute, and you still have to look at it though, and this is the problem. What they're trying to do to Tyson Fury right now, they're coming up with his drug use and all this shit in the wild boar meat. And it's unfortunate because it ain't like he's failed a drug test recently. Okay? And they're treating Tyson Fury like people treated Jarrell Miller. Okay? Because the problem with Tyson Fury didn't fail another drug test. Okay? But Big Baby Miller did. Unfortunately. Okay? And with the amount of knowledge that my man Big Baby Miller had about drugs, about taking drugs, about cycling off of drugs, about black market drugs, about what he heard about other people taking drugs, that other people that sold to other professional athletes about with the drugs. He should have knew what was in some sexual performance enhancing penis pills. He should have knew that. I don't know if he did, but even if he didn't, he should have knew. And then even if he knew, he should have had that as evidence. So I don't really even honestly thought he knew. I think when he got popped, he was like, what the fuck? I think generally he was like that. You know what I mean? I want to believe that. I think he was like, yo, this shit again. But also, it's so hard to prove that at this point. It's so hard to prove that at this point. To the point it's like his name is on the shit list anyway. So when people find out it like the fucking fucking pubic hair of drugs was in his body, it didn't matter because he already got the jacket. You see what I'm saying? So that's like any fighter that already tested positive. That's like Antonio Margarito. They wrapped his hands wrong, right? And it was illegal in a certain state. If he had a Trinidad-like situation where he was wrapping the gloves wrong, and then that information got out, yo, Antonio Margarito was trying to wrap his gloves or his wraps wrong, illegal. It don't matter how minute or how trivial that was at that time, people are still going to add him further on the shit list. They're going to put him higher on the shit list because they look at it, he was trying to cheat again the same way he got popped with before. That's the problem with Jarrell Big Baby Miller. You know, and it sucks because he is still undefeated. He is on the redemption list because of this reason. Okay, he's on the redemption list because we don't know how he would perform anyway without that. Because you know how people like to do things and how we look at things. Yeah, he got popped in the AJ fight. He got popped in the last fight he tried to be in, you know, with that very little drugs in his system. But nonetheless, there's drugs in his system. And what makes it worse is with Jarrell had the same type of drug that they caught with last year in 19 when shit was okay. He was going to make all them fucking millions of dollars and fight AJ. That was the thing. And that's what made it so bad on him, regardless of, again, how minute it was. He's still on the shit list because of that. Now, I know he's trying to counterpunch back with this. Hey, it was a dick pill. I use it from time to time. I might have met a new girl or a new chick or whatever. He might just have ED. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But he should have known what was in that shit. You know, there's several things you have to research, and after losing that type of opportunity, he should have been so tedious to the max of the things that he put in his system, and that shouldn't have slipped. Now it could be an honest mistake, it could be, but the problem is, people, how will we ever fucking know? Because he's already got that jacket. So let me listen to what Jarrell Miller because he's a good talker, and I had him number 2, pound for pound, highest shit talking is heavyweight around, because he was very, very good at promoting himself. And on top of that, he throws 100 punches around, or he threw 100 punches around. But anyway, let's see what else he has to say.
Why? Boxing needs a big boy baby like me. Point blank, period. And I'm just giving you facts. I'm gonna ask some of these questions real quick. You said that Eddie Hearn said, Eddie Hearn got money to pay off a bunch of people. That's what he do. He can holler the truth you want, but let's get it straight, bro. Even with the proof given to NSAC and it's another funny thing. Here's another funny thing real quick that came to my head, right? So Michael Dittmar, I guess he came out and I guess he made a press release on the whole deal and whatever. Okay, cool. Did you know that Michael Dittmar has never ever dealt with a fighter or a failed drug test with this component? So somebody that's judging me, not only as a human being, but judging me as a fighter and judging me on a supplement that he's never even heard of or dealt with, he's going to determine my future, my livelihood. So how are you going to put somebody in charge of my situation that has nothing or knows nothing about this compound? Know nothing about this compound. So you're gonna put somebody in charge of my life and my livelihood that's never done any research on this compound. And he has a month and some change, or a couple, 2-3 months, to get as much information about a compound that he's never heard of. Another fact. Did you know in 2019 when I fell for GW1516, it was never even on the ban list. It wasn't on the ban list until after I fell for GW1516.
Oh, wow. Now, that's something I didn't know. That GWH 156 or whatever it was. I wondered what the hell it was. I never knew what it was. And it wasn't even on the banned substance list till after, which I don't know how true that is. I mean, I didn't research it. This is the first time hearing it. However, 2 more drugs were. The EWO, I think it was, and the HGH. You know what I mean? They were in his system. And again, I don't know how much. I don't know the percentage. And, and I think it's a time where they throw people under the bus and they keep them there. I'm not for all that. I know he needs to redeem himself. Now, him talking about a guy that never ever heard of the drug that was in his system and he doesn't have any prior knowledge of that drug that was in his system. The question is, I don't think he had to know. I think he looked at that shit and read it with his eyes closed. I think he made a pragmatic decision like, hey, this shit's on the banned substance list. It was in his system. It don't supposed to be in his system. So this is what we're going to do with him. That's what I think that happened. And unfortunately for Jarrell Miller, he is right, though. I think he's charismatic. He talks a lot of shit. He can promote himself. He has personality. He's raw. He's rugged, right? And for American heavyweights, we don't really have that shit. Look, what else do we have? Charles Martin, he ain't like that. He's not that charismatic. You know what I mean? Michael Hunter sure the hell isn't that charismatic. Deontay Wilder may come in maybe 3rd or 4th, but behind who? Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller can speak. He's articulate. He can talk. Not saying that Deontay Wilder talks a bunch of shit, but I mean, he kind of does, but he doesn't have that type of convincing promotional power. He can promote a fight. He talked himself into an AJ fight, for Christ's sake. So he was going to make more money than the Deontay Wilder ever made, half of his net purse, by talking, with the mouthpiece. So do we need someone in America, a heavyweight like Jarrell Miller? Yes, but a clean Jarrell Miller. Not a Jarrell Miller that has some dick pill drug or some kind of compound that is illegal that's on the banned substance list. He should have known better. Unfortunately, if he didn't know, shit, he knows now. But he's taken the tests. He signed up for the VADA Good Boxing program, so he has to take these tests to clear his name. And I think that's what he needs to do to redeem himself. But it just goes to show you, a guy like Jarrell Miller, I think he should do some wrestling shit for a while. Stay in shape. Go natural. Fuck the supplements, because because a lot of times these compounds could have something in it that's not even on the damn pill. And then it's going to be up to you, as anybody's world, when they catch the shit in your system. Then you're going to have to explain, and nobody's not going to want to hear it because they're going to say you got busted before. So why should we believe you? And it's true, unfortunately. Because not everyone's sympathetic when it comes to cheaters or thieves, right? Those are the 2 things that people are really not sympathetic for, because those are things you do deliberately, in people's minds. But anyway, that's my full counterpunch on Jarrell Miller, explaining how drugs work, how drug tests work. You guys tell me what you think about Jarrell Miller's explanation. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.